Residents across the region are reacting to those little yellow cards hitting mailboxes notifying them about property valuation changes. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, owners of more than 13,000 properties in Scottsbluff County alone would be seeing a valuation change this year, according to notices hitting mailboxes this week, with ag land and rural residential properties seeing some considerable changes either direction due to a combination of factors. For those property owners, Scottsbluff County Assessor Amy Ramos tells KNEB News assessors across the state saw huge swings in ag land values with the impact of LB 372, which changed valuation criteria from a dryland farming basis to specific applied use.
We had a lot of meetings, a lot of workshops and stuff, and there was a lot of rumblings with all assessors because it was changing the values so much. We knew we'd have a lot of questions when protest time came up. And it wasn't anything that our office did. It was something that was in a direct effect of this bill. So it's not just Scottsbluff County. These changes were huge in all counties.
Bayard Senator Steve Erdman, who sponsored the bill, tells us he's heard from a number of agricultural landowners asking about why valuations have changed so much, and will be working to see if the State Property Tax Division and assessors are complying with the intent of the law.
We changed the statute to make sure that we are applying information to the GIS to information that actually is there to show what the productivity of the soil is. And so the assessors for years have been doing whatever they thought was correct, and it's no blame of theirs, it's just what they did. So we thought it needed to be defined so they knew exactly what to do.
Ramos also tells us that the ag and rural residential value changes are a bit more pronounced this year locally due to a county-wide mass appraisal last year, a matching of tax rolls to GIS mapping for the first time, and changes in market sales and construction costs. Commercial properties in the county had valuations rolled over, while residential properties in Scottsbluff would rise 3% for structures only and up 7% in Terrytown across the board. Ramos says anyone with questions on the changes can contact her office and should file a protest if they believe their valuations are out of line. Those filings are due June 30th, with forms available on the Scottsbluff County Assessor's webpage. Well, a former investigator for the Torrington Police Department is set to stand trial later this year after being accused of sexually assaulting a 15-year-old girl in February. 36-year-old Anthony Scolari is charged with 5 felonies, including sexual assault in the first degree and sexual abuse of a minor in the first degree. Newly unsealed Goshen County court documents say that on February 22nd, the Torrington Police Department took a report from the victim saying that she was assaulted by Scolari in a garage at a Torrington residence. The affidavit states that Scolari forced the victim to have sex with him as well as perform sex acts on each other. An officer with the Wyoming Division of Criminal Investigation was assigned to the case and spoke to Scolari about the allegations, and he denied sexually assaulting the victim and told the officer he had no idea why she would be making these claims. Circuit Court Judge Nathaniel Hibben signed a search warrant, and the girl's clothing items were sent in for DNA testing, and in April the findings came back, and Scolari's DNA profile was located on the victim's clothing. A warrant for his arrest was then issued and served. He was booked into the Goshen County Detention Center on a $100,000 bond at 10% and has since bonded out. Scolari was arraigned on the 5 felony charges on Tuesday in Goshen County District Court and has pleaded not guilty to the crimes. A 2-day jury trial is set to begin on November 16th in District Court. If convicted on the sexual assault in the first degree charge, he could be facing a prison sentence ranging anywhere from 5 to 50 years. And staying in Goshen County, as a 28-year-old man was sentenced to life in prison this week after a jury convicted him of murder in the first degree back in February. Jamie Snyder of Fort Laramie was officially sentenced on Tuesday in Goshen County District Court for the May 2018 stabbing death of 32-year-old Wade Ershbeck of Guernsey. Court documents say the fatal stabbing took place at a Fort Laramie residence after Snyder thought Ershbeck broke into his home and stole the title for his older model pickup. In February, a Goshen County District Court jury heard 4 days of arguments, witness testimony, and it took them just 1 hour to come back with the guilty verdict. Prosecutors had said they were not seeking the death penalty in this case, but sentencing had been pushed back from April due to COVID-19 restrictions. Well, straight ahead, Bill Boyer will be in with your weekend weather forecast. You'll have that right after this on KNEB.TV News.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
We're going to be dealing with breezy to windy conditions at times over the next 7 days, or at least early this evening, and then really kicking up tomorrow. So expect some breezes around. Temps fall into the 70s, a 20% chance, just an isolated shower or storm around the region tonight. Severe storms make a return for tomorrow. It'll be windy really all weekend and much cooler Monday, Tuesday of next week as we set the stage for some colder air to come in here. 99 yesterday. We flirted with that record of 101, just missed it by a couple of degrees. 49 your low, so right on where we should be for normal this time of year for a low. Remember that 99 degree high. It's drastic changes coming. Nothing in the rain gauge yesterday as we're below normal here. Look at where we've been the last 2 weeks. Really, we had a couple of days here towards the end of May where we were just a little bit below normal, that 62 degree high back here on May 24th. Otherwise, for the most part, we've been at or above normal for all of the last 2 weeks, well above normal here, 22 degrees above normal the last couple of days. That is changing as we get into early next week. We're going to cool down significantly. Hard to think cool when you see these temps, 98 in Hayes, 96 in Goodland, still almost 90 degrees. It's 89 right now in Casper. We have 80s all across the region here in our area, 89 in Ogallala, 88 right now in Oshkosh. Winds are out of the east-southeast, 15 to 20, so a bit gusty, and it's pumping in that humid air that's going to be around the region. Now tonight we should not see any severe weather. We have a marginal risk of some severe storms, mainly off to our north. Any of the severe weather today would be in the form of gusty winds. That changes tomorrow. The severe weather threat is right into our area. This has been pulled a little further southwest. We talked about this yesterday. This may continue to get pulled a little bit further to the southwest as well. Now, not everybody's going to see thunderstorms tomorrow. A scattered coverage of storms, 40-50% or so. But those that do develop are going to be capable of some very damaging winds and very large hail. The primary severe weather threats. Can't rule out a tornado as well tomorrow. And then that activity pushes off to the north and east of us on Sunday and stays primarily up in the Dakotas. So our futurecast for tonight, again, an isolated thunderstorm at best. Breezy early. Those winds will die down a bit overnight. Otherwise, we're going to have mainly clear skies early across the area, which is good. Low temperature is going to fall down into the 60s for tonight. Now for tomorrow, we're going to start the day off with a few clouds, partly cloudy skies. By mid-afternoon, we start to see the thunderstorms really form here off to our west. This is 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Now tomorrow evening, they push out onto the plains and across our region. We'll be dealing with a good coverage of thunderstorms. And again, some of those will be strong to severe, damaging winds, large hail would be the primary threats with those tomorrow. And it's going to be plumb warm again tomorrow, back to near 90 degrees that most oppressive heat just to our south and east in central portions of Nebraska. There it is. I think early tonight you'll be able to see the strawberry moon, the full moon tonight. It'll be hit or miss early as we'll have partly cloudy skies. We're going to cloud up overnight. It'll be breezy. Can't rule out a stray storm, although chances of that pretty light. Not the case tomorrow. 50-50 shot of getting some scattered strong to severe thunderstorms in the afternoon. It's going to be windy as well. 20 to 30 mile an hour winds for tomorrow out of the south-southeast. Our 7-day forecast continues to be active. Will be breezy on Sunday. Highs are in the mid-90s. We cool off considerably on Monday, back to near 80. Maybe a few showers around Tuesday. Windy and maybe upper 60s is all. That would be over 30 degrees colder than where we were yesterday for a high by Tuesday. Back into the mid-70s Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday of next week, back into the low to mid-80s. A little more normal for this time of year, but a drastic swing coming as we get Monday into Tuesday with much cooler conditions here across the high plains. And look at those lows at night down into the 40s.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
At Renewal by Anderson, we know this coronavirus is scary, but we also know that America is the greatest country on earth, and we will stand together to defeat it. We want to ensure the safety of our customers, team members, and their families. We're taking every precaution with the strictest sanitary measures. Field employees are checking their temperatures regularly and using all safety precautions. Your home has never been more critical. Let our team at Renewal by Anderson improve it with the best windows and doors anywhere. Renewal by Anderson, we're here for you during this tough time and beyond.
With magnificent views and a majestic rolling landscape, Scenic Knolls Golf Course welcomes you. Located 2 miles north of Mitchell, make your way to the top course in the valley. Recent renovations and the highest quality greens in western Nebraska provide a fantastic golf experience at a terrific value. Scenic Knolls provides exciting golf for all skill levels and is where PGA Tour pro Nate Lashley got his start. After you're around or anytime you're hungry, stop into Ayala's restaurant for good food and drinks. Call today and book your tee time or go online at mitchellcity.net/recreation.
Welcome back. Unified Command has confirmed 10 more cases of COVID-19, bringing the number of positive cases in the Panhandle to 167. On Thursday evening, PPHD confirming a Cheyenne County man in his 60s tested positive through community spread, and an additional 9 Scottsbluff County cases, with patients ranging from under the age of 10 to their 40s. Unified Command also announcing 1 new recovery in Box Butte County. That leaves 79 active cases in the Panhandle, including 72 here in Scottsbluff County, 4 in Garden County, 2 in Cheyenne County, and 1 in Morrill County. And Test Nebraska drive-through testing was held today in Scottsbluff, with testing sites on Oshkosh for Saturday, and on Sunday they'll be in Sidney. You can get signed up by taking the assessment at testnebraska.com. And Nebraska lawmakers will hold 2 hearings next week to hear public input about law enforcement and racial equality in the state. Members of the legislature's Judiciary Committee will convene on Monday in Omaha and Tuesday in Lincoln, with both events being streamed online and will be simulcast on NET television. Senator Steve Lathrop, the committee chairman, announced the hearings following the public outcry over the death of George Floyd in Minnesota and James Scurlock in Nebraska. Scurlock, who is black, was fatally shot by a white bar owner during a Omaha protest over Floyd's death. Well, still to come, your Friday 5 and your weekend community calendar. KNEB.TV News will be back right after this.
With magnificent views and a majestic rolling landscape, Scenic Knolls Golf Course welcomes you. Located 2 miles north of Mitchell, make your way to the top course in the valley. Recent renovations and the highest quality greens in western Nebraska provide a fantastic golf experience at a terrific value. Scenic Knolls provides exciting golf for all skill levels and is where PGA Tour pro Nate Lashley got his start. After you're around or anytime you're hungry, stop into Ayala's restaurant for good food and drinks. Call today and book your tee time or go online at mitchellcity.net/recreation.
Box Butte General Hospital continues our mission to lead and innovate in healthcare delivery and community wellness. But this isn't just a hospital. This is home to exceptional patient care. This is the greatest place to work, receive care, and practice medicine. This is innovation in action. This is community wellness. This is where specialty clinics fit your needs. This is where a friendly smile, a warm hand, and an empathetic ear exist to care for you. We are Box Butte General Hospital. This is us. Great things are happening here since 1976.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
This is KNEB.TV Ag News from the FNBO Ag Desk. FNBO, the great big small bank.
It's National Pollinator Month, and we're here to tell you what all the buzz is about.
Hello, and welcome to this unbelievable edition of Friday 5, which is brought to you by the Nebraska Corn Board.
Today, we're at Honeybee World Incorporated near Bennett, Nebraska.
Starting off at number 5, it's no secret that pollinators play a vital role in agriculture.
In fact, honeybees contribute nearly $20 billion to the value of U.S. crop production.
Honeybees aren't alone. In fact, over 200,000 animal species serve as pollinators.
Of the 1,400 crop plants grown, almost 75% depend on these pollinators, including coffee, almonds, many fruits, and chocolate.
The California almond industry alone requires 1.8 million colonies of honeybees in order to adequately pollinate nearly 1 million acres of almond trees.
Number 4 on the countdown, pollinators are important, but they're also facing some serious challenges.
Pollinator populations have declined steadily since the 1950s. Disease, parasites, habitat loss, climate change, and competition from non-native bees have contributed to declines in managed and wild bee colonies.
Pesticides and other chemicals also pose a real threat to pollinators. It's difficult to avoid using them, but doing them in a safe and responsible way will minimize their effects on the pollinator populations.
Number 3, pollinator populations may be facing challenges, but there are some ways that you can help.
If you want to take your pollinator garden to the next level, you can participate in the Million Pollinator Garden Challenge.
The challenge is put on by the National Wildlife Federation's Garden for Wildlife program, and it aims to provide food, water, cover, and places to raise young for pollinators like bees, butterflies, and hummingbirds.
In at number 2 this week, honeybees don't just pollinate plants, they produce a pretty sweet treat too.
A typical beehive can produce anywhere from 30 to 100 pounds of honey in a year.
To produce a single pound of honey, a colony of bees must collect nectar from 2 million flowers and fly over 55,000 miles. That amounts to a lifetime's worth of work for around 800 bees.
Bees also produce beeswax, which is used in balms, hand creams, and other moisturizers.
And finally, number 1 this week, Nebraska is home to nearly 700 beekeepers operating about 115,000 colonies of bees.
Annual honey production in the state ranges from 5 to 11 million pounds depending on weather conditions and available flora.
If you'd like to get involved in Nebraska's beekeeping industry, just contact the Nebraska Beekeepers Association.
Resources are available for both beginners and established beekeepers.
Well, that'll do it for this Beboppin' edition of Friday 5, which is brought to you by the Nebraska Corn Board.
Special thanks to Honeybee World Incorporated for letting us buzz around.
Have a sweet weekend.
This is Mike. Mike likes his car. Mike likes to save money. And Mike likes to breathe. So Mike fills up with E15 with 15% American ethanol. The clean octane in E15 gives Mike the performance he wants from his engine and the clean air he wants for his family. Better yet, E15 costs less at the pump. Higher octane, cleaner air, lower cost. E15 sure gives Mike a lot to like. Discover E15 with American ethanol.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Nebraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your weekend community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, the City of Scottsbluff Sanitation Department will be resuming single-stream recycling pickup starting on Monday. Environmental Service Supervisor Anthony Harris told KNB News that unlike their previous schedule of Wednesday-only pickup, they will now be going 4 times a week on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday.
Yes. Right now we're doing recycling. Everything goes on Wednesday. That's the only day that we had that we could actually dump the recycling in Gearing. But Gearing is working with us to where we can dump more times a week. So now we're planning on going 4 times a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. The only change with that is we decided to actually go, if your trash goes on Friday, your recycling will go on Monday. And the reason for that is some of the neighborhoods that we go into are really small, and for the convenience of the resident, we would rather them have, the single stream out a day that the trash and yard waste is not going. That way it would offer more space for them to put the can out and space the can out the way it should be when it comes to their trash and yard waste day.
Harris said they will need to have the recycling bins out by 6 a.m. to avoid an additional charge if crews have to return later because it was not on the curb early enough. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.